What's your name, mate?
Max.
Max, I'm Andrew. Good to meet you.
Good to meet
Max,
you.
I'm actually asking people a question about a deep and meaningful topic. It's about the topic of religion.
Okay.
Do you have any sort of religious background?
No.
Did you grow up with anything?
No.
All right. So here's the deep question. You gotta brace yourself for the deep one.
Yeah.
What do you think happens to us when we die?
That's a hard one there.
Yeah, it is. And yet, it's something we've all got to answer eventually because we're part of the ultimate statistic. 10 out of 10, we're going to die. Okay, we don't get to dodge that one.
No, we can't do that.
And ultimately, if there's a part of us that goes on beyond this life, then, so if there's a soul, if there's a spirit, then the question of what happens to it is actually crucially important.
To be honest, I don't know what is going to happen to us, but I can tell you what I would like us to happen.
Okay, what would you hope is going to happen?
I would like maybe something similar to like reincarnation or something.
Okay.
Maybe not necessarily into like another human being, but maybe just something else part of this
You
world.
want to come back and do this again?
Yeah. But maybe more like, I don't know, maybe like in another life I could be like an animal or something.
All right.
Yeah.
So ultimately the question you've got to wrestle with that is, with all the different religious worldviews, how do we know which one, if any of them, is the truth? Because I mean, it doesn't matter much which one we like, ultimately. It matters what's the truth. So how can we even figure out what's
I think for that it's just like a personal preference, because like truth can be different for like everyone. So like if you prefer this thing to be your own truth, is in a way what you think, what you believe. So
do you know what that's called? It's called postmodernism. Okay, it's this idea that my truth is true for me, your truth is true for you. But it doesn't really work in real life, does it? I mean, it doesn't matter how much I prefer that gravity doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Some things are fixed realities. And if I try to pretend that gravity doesn't exist and I step off the side of a tall building,
But
the
like
truth of gravity, even if I don't believe it, it's going to affect me, right?
Yeah, but like in a way, gravity has been proven. Like religion is a way of thinking, you know.
Okay, well, let's take what you just said there. I think you actually made a far more crucial point than maybe you even realised.
Okay.
Anything we believe, we should have good reasons to believe it. There should be some evidence. So, is there any evidence for the existence of, say, a divine being, a creator?
Not that I would say.
Okay. I reckon a painfully simple argument, but I'll see if I can convince you. That building over there, who made it?
No idea.
Okay, but you know that there was a builder?
Yeah.
How do you know there's a builder?
Because things don't appear by themselves.
Right, that building, which is structured, complex, designed, you look at that and you say, someone clearly must have designed and built it.
Yeah.
There's no day of the week where you'd look at that and say, what an amazing coincidence, all those bricks fell like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what about when we see these cars driving past? Who designed those cars?
Some people.
Did you see them?
No.
Okay, but you know they exist.
I do.
Because
that's somewhat logic.
Because the car is designed.
Yeah.
You can see that it's got elements, it's got a purpose, it's got a structure. This world is incredibly designed. I don't know if you've ever looked at just how complex this world is, but even at a level of things like DNA. I mean, DNA is, we're talking about something similar to a computer code.
Yeah.
Tens of thousands of base pairs long. It's actually 3 billion base pairs when it gets to a human DNA strand.
Okay.
It's complex, really structured information. If you wouldn't believe that building built it just came by random chance, or a car came by random chance, surely you and I, which are we're far more complex, if those had a designer and the car had a designer, doesn't it make sense that we had some designer? I know it's a simplistic argument.
Yeah, but like put like that, it does make sense.
Right. So that doesn't tell us though who that designer is.
No.
That just tells us there must be one.
Yeah.
What could we know about that designer simply by looking at the world? Have to be intelligent, right? Have to be powerful?
Yeah.
Have to be creative? Has to be volitional, that is, makes decisions. Okay, so we figured something out. There must be a creator, they've got to be smart and intelligent. That still doesn't tell us which creator. For us to know anything much more about that who that creator is, we would need that creator to reveal something of themselves to humanity. We would need divine revelation. And of course, we've got all sorts of books claim to be divine revelation, right?
Yeah.
We've got the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita. All of these various books claim to have information communicated by the divine creator to humanity. Do they agree with each other, those books?
Yes and no.
Okay, mostly no.
Mostly no.
Mostly no. They
Yeah.
might agree on a few things, but they
Yeah.
disagree on most other things. So they can't all be right.
No.
So how do we figure out which one's true? But because that's what it comes down to, right? If there is a divine creator,
Like if there's one that's true.
right? But if there is if that divine creator has given us information,
Yeah.
then we need to know what he says about this life. We need to know what he says comes next, and we need to know what we need to do in this life to receive a good next life and not a bad one. That's what I guess with all these different religions, those are the questions they want to answer. Now, you said you didn't grow up with a religious background.
No.
What do you know about Christianity?
Not much, to be
Not
honest.
much. Okay, I'm going to summarize really fast for you the core message of Christianity.
Yeah.
The core message of Christianity is that God gives us rules, and we don't keep them. You've heard of the Ten Commandments?
Yeah.
Hey, how many lies have you told in your whole life?
A lot, I'd say.
Lots. How many things have you stolen?
Some.
Some. Okay. Jesus said that if we look with sexual desire, we commit adultery in our heart. You looked at other people and had inappropriate thoughts about them?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we've all done that. We
Yeah.
get to about 12 years old, the hormones kick in.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm guessing you've never murdered anyone, but the Bible says that if we hate someone in God's sight, we'd be guilty of murder. Have you ever hated someone? Right, but I mean,
Probably.
probably.
Yeah.
Ever disobey your parents and argue back?
Sure.
There goes one of the commandments.
Okay, there you go.
So we'd be lawbreakers by God's standard.
Yeah.
If he's a just judge, he should punish.
Yes.
Okay? A just judge punishes criminals, an unjust judge lets the criminal go free. If God is by nature just, then he must punish criminals. That's why the Bible talks about a place called hell. But the Bible also says that God did something to rescue people like you and I. Do you have any idea what the Bible says God did?
Not exactly sure now.
Okay, what's Easter? Any idea?
Yeah, like it's like Jesus who like. No, I'm like I know it's something with Jesus. And
Yeah, it is. It's about Jesus dying on the cross and
Yeah.
rising again.
Okay.
The Bible says that when Jesus died on the cross,
Yeah.
the punishment for crimes committed by people like you and I, they were poured out upon Jesus on that cross. It's as if you and I had accumulated a massive, massive fine and someone else was paying it on our behalf.
Okay.
The Bible says people like you and I, we can go to heaven, not because we're good guys, because by God's standard we're not. Not because we somehow fix it and make it right, but because God does something to rescue people like us. The Bible says that Jesus died to rescue sinners by paying the punishment for the things that we've done wrong. And the Bible says that if we trust in that, if we believe that promise when God says, I will forgive you because of Jesus,
Yeah.
we can be forgiven and go to heaven. Not because we deserve to go there, but because God is kind and loving and merciful. The Bible says that it's possible for God, it's like you and I, to be saved because God is abundantly kind and merciful to us. That's the message of Christianity.
Okay.
You're now one religion a little bit smarter than you came in. You know a little bit about one of the religions.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're a little bit like, hey, look, I'm aware of your time. Thank you so much for taking a
my
couple of
pleasure.
minutes.